Hello, and welcome to FicBrick, where you can fan your favorite fiction and heal your inner child at the same time with Lego. So, this is a Lego podcast. I am Soul Storm, your hostess, and sometimes people call me Monica Leonelle because I also write nonfiction. So, Soul Storm is a pen name, as is Monica Leonelle. So, today we are doing this Harry Potter set. It's actually a fairly new set. It came out with the summer wave. It is number 76400, Hogwarts Carriage and Thestrals. It's 121 pieces, and for ages 7+, it includes minifigures Harry Potter and Luna Lovegood, and of course it includes some Thestrals. And so this is from the 5th book / movie in the series. So we are going to build and chat. Actually don't know what we're going to chat about. But that's the fun of this, right? Okay, so I guess I will chat about, let me open this first. So as always, I very much love the sound of this. Actually, what's funny? Okay. It's not actually even funny. It's just kind of coincidental. And I just realized this is that this set, which was not the set I was gonna pick to begin with, but this set is actually, of course, about Thestrals, and the way you see Thestrals is when you see someone pass away. So you actually have to see someone go beyond the veil, as they say in this movie / book. And by the way, when it comes to Harry Potter, I am a book reader. I read the book so many times, and then the movies I've seen a number of times too. I'm actually watching the movies, for better or worse, with my 3-year-old right now, just a couple of minutes a day. And so we have just finished Chamber of Secrets. So anyway, it's interesting. I think everything happens for a reason. I mean, you'll learn that about me. But today was actually a really, it was a sad day, but it was also like a peaceful day. I actually went to the funeral for my grandfather today, and I was not expecting to talk about this at all. But just realized that when we started talking about Thestrals, it just kind of made sense. So anyway, I will move the camera a bit and we will start building. And so we have a booklet here. I always use the booklet because I cannot build without the booklet. Yeah, so I went to my grandfather's. Let me get this piece out. Went to my grandfather's funeral today, and it was sad, but it was also like we kept it really light, which I appreciate. Let me see if I can get a better angle on this because it's kind of showing the jewelry stuff. Oh, it's not, maybe not far enough back. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff in the frame that I didn't really want, but okay, no worries. We'll just go like this. So it stayed very light, and I think a lot of that has to do with my grandpa to begin with. So, first of all, he was 86 years old. He was having, health problems, for sure, and had been having health problems for many years. So it was not unexpected, but also there's almost no way to prepare for something like this to happen. And it just, it happened while a bunch of us were actually out of town. So that was also a little sad. And, my grandpa he was supposed to come, but he had stayed behind, I think, because he was just not sure that he was up for all the movement that it was going to take to get around. And he made the right call, I think. He stayed home, and it's very sad, but like he ultimately did what he thought was best, and it turned out to be the right move. So he passed away in his home. Yeah, I mean, by himself. He lived by himself as well. So he was by himself, and then yeah, a couple of people had checked on him, just calling him, and then when he wasn't responding, people went over and found him. So I don't know, it seems like, gosh, he was a character. So I'm still emotional about it. I'm still sad about it, of course. This just happened a week ago that he passed away. And then I've been I was at the funeral today. Um my he was the type of person who, he definitely wanted like a party at his funeral. Like that was just the type of person he was. Like he was drinking beer, through, probably right up till the day he died. He had he was he had bought a fast sports car as well. He it's just, I don't know, he was just a character. I don't even know how to explain it. It's weird if you didn't know him, but he was always happy. He was kind of a daredevil. He owned motorcycles his entire life. Um, yeah, and he was always really fun. Uh, Fun grandpa when I was a child, and then in my older age, which I'm in my 30s now. But as an adult, also just kind of still the life of the party. Still, I mean, he had slowed down, but he was still like doing all sorts of stuff and still happy. And I don't know, just a weird, it's interesting how people, like, he had slowed down, but um he was so stubborn that he was still just kind of, kind of living as if he was not 86 years old, basically, with like diagnosed problems. So about a year ago, like, he had some heart issues, and about a year ago, the doctor said, like, there's nothing more we can do for you. We can't operate. um you got to figure out how to deal with this, live with this. And I think I think he was kind of angry about it at first, but probably because he was in pain. But over time, he figured it out. He and maybe figured it out. It's the wrong word. I think he chose to be happy. So that was, I don't know. It just seemed like in those last months, and like probably the last year, that he was really happy still, even though he probably was in pain, but he had stopped talking about the pain. The years, leading up to that, he had been talking about the pain quite a bit, and he just seemed to be living his life still. I think it's the way like a lot of people would prefer to die, is somebody said this to me, is, die with your boots on. So die going to work. It's funny. I learned today, my dad told me that, when he found my grandpa, that he had gotten this new car recently, a new BMW, and that the manual was lying open on the table, because I guess he had been reading it that day. And so, just an interesting guy all overall. You know, it, Lots of things I admire about him too. Um, just that he really did life on his own terms. I'll say that. He, he rode cross country on motorcycles. Like I said, he he kind of just did what he wanted. Like he loved speed, and as he got older, he didn't as much. But when he was younger, when I was younger, he, he was kind of a speed demon. I don't know if that's a good thing. So yeah, it's really bizarre because I hadn't even like looked at this set just because it's so small. But then um as I was getting ready to do this episode, I was like, well, I kind of want to get a small one. I want to just like get one out there, get one done, and was not even expecting to tie it to this, but I am. All right, so I do want to talk a little bit about the set. So there's this set again, it's from the fifth book. The scene is it's when Harry meets Luna Lovegood in like a bigger way, of course. And there's a really cool quibbler, the quibbler, Pandemonium at the Ministry, unfuzz the mystery is what it says. So and this is a tile, printed tile, which is exciting. So I gave that one to Luna. And two characters in the set, Luna and Harry. I'm about to build the Thestral. So let me get the Thestral set up. Harry is holding an apple. He is smirking with his wand. And I didn't say this earlier, but there is a baby Thestral in this, which is crazy. I assume, I don't know who would even be able to ride this because I don't see, well, we'll see. We're going to play with that a little bit. Okay, so let's get the Thestral set up. We need a black piece. Oh, there it is. So sad. Oh no, it's a gray piece. Gray piece that I'm struggling to find. Always fun. Looks like we're gonna do this piece. I'm getting the harness on. And yep, more harness stuff. Okay. So I will not narrate this whole thing because I do just want to build. But anyway, we're getting the Thestral set up for a rider, hopefully. Actually, I don't know. I guess to pull a carriage, actually. Probably not for a rider. Oh, I see. Okay, we're putting some wings on them. That makes sense. All right, let me do that. What else do I want to say about my grandpa? I mean, not really anything about my grandpa. I will say that the ceremony was lovely. I think he would have liked it. I will also say that a good portion of his family came, and so I'm really grateful for that. There were a couple people I wasn't sure were going to show up just because, like all sorts of stuff, drama, falling out, like all the typical stuff that happens in families. Okay, so this is a pretty cool build with this Thestral. I really like this a lot, and these wings feel awesome. They're actually not hard. They're pliable. So that's cool. And they have a really cool print on them where they go from black to gray. A gradient, I would say. Okay, so let me make sure I don't. Oh, we got some spikes on it too. I was like, I know I'm gonna miss something here because I'm just chattering away. Okay, so we're gonna put some spikes in them. Yeah, so there were lots of people at the funeral, and it was, we were just telling funny stories about him, and I think it's very much what he would have wanted for his funeral. But it is very sad. He was very close to my son. They would, and my son again, he's 3. They would spend time together every week. So I don't know. There's some sad stuff about it. I'm sad for myself. I'm sad for my dad and mom, who were both close to him. I'm sad for my son. I'm just sad for my whole family. So and sad for myself. I mean, like I miss my grandpa. It's not like the thing I'll say is that there's no regret. It's not like, oh, I wish I had talked to him about this, or I wish I had asked him about this, even though that might come. at some point. But I would say right now there is not really any of that. And I'm grateful for that because I really did talk to him about, everything I had ever wanted to talk to him about, at least at the moment. So again, there may be things where I'm like, I really wish I could just ask my grandpa right now, but and I'm sure that those moments will come, but I will say, like, I had no regret uh when saying goodbye today. And I do also want to say, like, I'm very composed right now. Like, I'm just, I seem probably composed and just able to chat about this, and I am able to talk about it. Like, I feel very peaceful around it. And just because, well, I mean, just because I can't really do anything about it. And I feel like I said, I don't really have regrets, so there's nothing to regret about it. But I also, um I've also, like, had my sad moments, so I just want to say that too, that I'm not really, like, as calm as I maybe seem or sound. Okay, so I'm gonna try to figure this out because it's getting a little complicated to build. So right now what I'm doing is I'm building the carriage for this. Okay, so building the carriage out, it's a little confusing, and I feel like I'm doing it wrong, so that's not good. Oh, I see. Okay, so you're supposed to put part of the carriage in the carriage, which was very confusing. Okay, I think I'm back on track now. I think I said this in the first episode as well, that one of the things I didn't like about the speed builds, because I had started out, like, I decided to try a bunch of different formats for this podcast on YouTube, and one of them was speed builds, which is a popular format for Lego on YouTube. And I basically realized that I don't enjoy it that much, and I don't want to do anything that's not joyful, because, like, who has time for that? But I just didn't enjoy it, and I know it's a popular format, but I'm kind of like, I don't get it. Like, who wants to, like I didn't feel like I could set myself apart in any way by doing speed builds, because it could be anybody. Like everybody has the instructions. There's nothing new that I'm really saying. The other thing I didn't like about it is that I wasn't very like, I make a lot of mistakes. So and it's not really that big of a deal. You can, it's a speed build, so you can talk about it. But there's this YouTuber who named Ellie V, who does really good, like, narration of her speed builds, and I was trying to kind of test that to see if I liked it, and I don't know, it just wasn't right for me. Like, I wasn't into it. um so yeah, I didn't like doing the voiceovers, is really what it was. I didn't like, I think because I had to, like, record, then edit, then record again. And so it's not to say I'll never do speed build videos, it's just to say that right now I don't feel available for that. I don't have time to, like, build and then um because, like, this also has to happen in, like, somewhat rapid succession where you build the thing and then you have to edit the video together and then you have to do the voiceover, and if you leave too long of the space, you're probably going to forget. So that didn't really work out for my schedule, and it didn't really work out for my enjoyment, which was probably the bigger issue. Well, both are issues. Like, obviously, if something's not working out for your schedule, then it's not going to work out. But it was the enjoyment piece that I was most disappointed by. So um I yeah, I I feel a little confused about this, actually. I decided basically that I was going to try a new format. And so now we have this, which I am quite enjoying building right now. I'm getting there with this. The only, okay, there's piece. So right now I'm building the top part of the carriage. I think, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm building. And I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss pieces because it is a little confusing. I don't know if other people have this issue with Lego, but I cannot tell the colors sometimes when I'm looking at the booklet. And it's very, it can be a little stressful to not, especially like, I mean, there's like some dark grays, like, I don't know. It's like the colors are just not as distinct as I want them to be. But yeah, this is wrong. This is wrong. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Anyway, so we're kind of back on track, I think. It's shaping up to be a pretty good carriage, actually. One thing I don't always love about the Harry Potter set as well, and not this one in particular, but just all of them, is that they're so like gray and brown. So one of the other, so I really cover, this podcast is going to cover two different lines, I should say. Well, not really two. It's actually more lines than that still. So I just want to share like some of the ones that I do. So Harry Potter, every single one, probably. Forever and ever. I will probably do the Harry Potter ones because I just love them. Okay, now I'm like very confused. We have to pause and figure this out. Okay. So it looks like, oh, okay. There's this little yellow piece that goes in backwards to a single gray brick with a front. And I feel like I should get to know some better words to describe this, but I don't know what color. Oh, yep, I think it's still just this gray one. Not totally sure on pieces and colors and all that stuff. All right, I think I might figured it out. If I can do one, then I can do the other. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I'm building little, because this is a vehicle, it needed some lights on the front, and I think that's what I'm building now. Okay, so that was hard and confusing. And I have to think a little bit too much. Okay, I think I'm good now. All right, so I will be doing Harry Potter, basically all the sets, not all the, like the only ones I probably won't do are like the brickheads. Although I do have all the current brickheads, so that might even be a lie. I might be doing all the brickheads still. So that one, I'm also doing all the Friends. So Lego Friends is like a really popular line for basically like 6-year-old girls. And also for me, Solo Storm, because I, as a child, loved stuff like Lego Friends. Like that would have been probably one of my favorite one of my favorite lines then too. So being that the whole purpose of me doing Lego is to enjoy myself and my life, and relax and be able to have fun, it kind of makes sense that I would do one that is from that like kind of reminds me of my childhood. So Lego Friends, I have I don't have all the current sets. I have all of the last wave, so like the January wave. I think I have all of those. And there's always a lot of Lego Friends. Like that's the other thing. And not, I mean, a lot of them are like really simple. So what I'm going to be doing is building a Lego Friends city. So not like the regular Lego city, but it's going to be all friends. And I'm going to yeah, I'm gonna be doing that instead. And so there's this year, and they've gotten better. So this year in particular, 2022, they started doing they did like a Main Street building, which I have not built yet, even though I got it like so long ago. And I'm really excited to build it. I just, like again, I'm just kind of getting my bearings around building stuff. But and like trying to make, learning how to make time to build different things. Oh, okay. I'm confused for a minute. Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that, and I'm gonna be adapting a lot of the pieces to fit more of like the Main Street. Because I don't know, I just think it'll be more fun. So that's kind of my Lego Friends project is what I'm calling it. So then I'm also doing Lego, like a lot of the Disney princess stuff. Like basically any sets that are colorful, like I'm probably gonna build them because that's the type of thing I like. Harry Potter, the reason I'm building that is because yeah, I grew up on these books. So and I think the Harry Potter books, more than any other books in the world, are the ones that made me want to be a fiction writer. Like more than anything else made me want to be a fiction writer. And so I don't I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like really strongly about these books basically. And just want to, yeah, like be like I don't know, I just like the series a lot. um I admire the series. I don't, I don't love everything about the author, J.K. Rowling, which, I don't really agree with some of the things that she says publicly. I also have decided in more recent years that I don't really believe in cancel culture, because I just feel like, everybody is on their own journey. And I do think, people are able to say very harmful things. I also think that we should give people grace on, like, they're like, give people the opportunity to grow and change at their own pace. And so I don't know, I don't want to like upset anybody, but yeah, so that's why I still build Harry Potter stuff. Because and I also think like the Legos in particular, it's like a lot of the Lego stuff is from the movies, not from the books as well. So just something else to consider is that uh I'm sure, like, not to say that J.K. Rowling doesn't get money for all of this, and I'm sure she's making money off of this, but I also think they're just so, Harry Potter has gotten to be so much bigger than just the author, especially with the movies, with everything. And I just think, I think that the franchise is kind of bigger than her. Okay, it looks like I got the wheels on. Also, I want to stop talking about this because I don't want to, like, my opinion doesn't really matter that much. So, like, I don't know. I think do what you want. Do what's best for you. I don't have judgment. I just want to, like, I'm gonna build Harry Potter stuff on this channel. So, and you probably are okay with that because you're literally watching me build something right now. But they, and I won't get into it more, but yeah, I want to build Harry Potter stuff because it's frankly like probably the series that I'm the very most excited about. All right, so I think that this Thestral carriage is done. I think I'm finished with it. So I'm gonna hook the Thestral onto it. It looks pretty good. It really does. It's actually a very nice set. And so now I'm supposed to build, there's two seats. So let's get the characters in there, because like, what are we doing with the characters if they're not in there? But yeah, I'd love to get this tree built as well. I think I'm gonna put the quibbler where they suggest. I really like doing it according to instruction. Okay, so let's try to get Luna in there. I don't think she's gonna fit, so maybe she's gonna sit back here. That'll be a little bit better. Okay. And then we got this little thestral, and I don't know, I don't really, well, we'll see. I don't really get how you use him, but we will start building the tree that goes with this. Okay. We're on to the tree. All right, so what else? Oh, so other themes that I will be building or that I have. So I've talked about 3 of them. I also have a lot of so I have a lot of Lego. I have a lot, or sorry, I have a lot of the Harry Potter ones, like almost all of them. I have a lot of the Friends ones. I have probably about 50 to 75% of the Disney princess ones. And then I have a bunch of ideas ones that, you know, I just happen to be excited about. And I also have so like some of the ideas ones, like I have a like, and I'm going to get The Office. I have Friends and Seinfeld and a couple of the other ones that are about, you know, sitcom TV shows basically. I also have Winnie the Pooh and Elmo and like a couple things like that I'm gonna build. And then so that's the ideas. And then I also have Star Wars. So Star Wars is another franchise that I absolutely love. I think so, like, I don't want to make movies, but I think if I did want to make movies, it would be because of Star Wars. Like it just was so influential on me as a child and then into my teenage years. Oh, this is so cute. There's actually on this tree, there's an orange leaf and there's also a little mushroom, which is totally adorable. I was not expecting that. Yeah, so Star Wars, I feel like, I feel like that's like if I was going to do movies and had been going that route, then that would have been my influence. Which is not even to say that all the movies are that great, but I actually like I'm one of those rare Star Wars fans that actually likes all the movies. And it's kind of sad. Like, why is that rare? Like if you don't like the movies, are you really a fan? I don't know. If you only like 3 out of the 9 movies that are in the Skywalker saga, like, are you a fan? But anyway, I feel like I'm expressing a lot of potentially controversial opinions on here. But anyway, okay, trying to figure out this tree still. I'm getting the leaves on at this point, and I'm very confused how this leaf gets on. Oh, okay, it shows me. Okay, so Star Wars, I have so my issue with Star Wars, with not with Star Wars, but with Star Wars Lego, is that it's all vehicles. Like I don't know, I don't get it. I'm not as into doing the vehicle ones. I guess I get why Star Wars is all vehicles. I just like I think part of me just wishes it wasn't, even though I know other people are really happy with it with that choice. But yeah, I wish that Star Wars had fewer vehicles and more because it's all like starships and stuff. I don't know. And some people love that. And I'm happy that they have a line, but like I like Harry Potter where even though I'm building a vehicle right now, this set happens to be a vehicle. I like that a lot of their stuff is like buildings and same with Lego Friends. I like that so much of it is like the pet shop or you're always like building a building. And so I think they are really good for cities. And I guess I guess like Star Wars is good for if you want to build an army or like a battle setup or something like that. It could be good for that. But I'm not as into that. So I do have Star Wars stuff to build, but it's not I don't know, it's not my top thing. And it's probably like I don't want to be one of those people who's like building it and then is like, but I hate, I don't like to do, I wish it wasn't a starship every single video, but also that could happen. So I'm just letting you know, I apologize. So I may not be the best person to do those with. Oh, it looks like, oh no, that's not a harness. Oh, I was so confused. I thought that the baby thestral had a harness as well, which was so cute, but actually it is Luna has a, I don't know how you even put this on. She has a handbag of some sort. Probably because she runs newspapers. Okay, so let me get this on. I'll get her head back on. Then I'll get her hair back on. Well, that is very cool. I've not built that before. So she's got a little hand, like a little blue, like bag that she can hold a newspaper in, even though the newspaper that comes with this is like the size of her. But it's actually a really cool piece. I think okay, so as far as the set goes, should you get the set if you're not doing a build, like a listen as you build, then should you get the set? I think that it's quite a good set. I don't, and I never talk about prices because I don't know the prices that I paid. I don't remember. The prices are always going up. The prices are different in every country. And even if the price is a certain thing, I don't know, like you can always get them on sale and like there's all sorts of ways to get these. So I don't, oh, she's holding one of these. Oh, okay. She's holding like a little brown tile for some reason. Oh, I guess it's a piece of food for the baby thestral. Okay. Luna Lovegood. Let me start over. Luna Lovegood is holding some like a chocolate bar for the baby thestral that comes with us. And so I'm putting the baby thestral in the cart that is being pulled by the adult thestral. And Harry Potter is driving. Okay. And there's a tree and a cute little mushroom. Well, so anyway, this set is very, very cute. I think just for the baby thestral and even for the big thestral, like the adult thestral is really cool. These wings are awesome. Like they're really flexible. But I also think this Quibbler print piece is really cool. So I'm gonna hold it up just for the video people. But I think this is a really cool print piece too. And probably an exclusive. I don't know. I should probably have looked that up beforehand. Okay, so now it's giving me instructions on how to put things together, I guess. Oh, how to take that off. Oh, that's interesting. So there's extra instructions that will tell you how to take off the harness if you just want to have the thestral by itself. And it looks like you just need to add a little piece that it comes with. So that's really cool. Okay. So the back of this booklet, as always, has the Hogwarts modular castle and how you should build it according to them. Even though this is not a castle piece, I would say, which is interesting. I am not going to do that. I am going to build my Hogwarts castle with Hogsmeade and with all the, with the burrow and like everything. I'm going to build that, but I'm not going to do it in their configuration because there's already pieces that I don't like that I've built already that I don't like. So anyway, a little bit rambly. We are done with this one. Again, it's 76400, and it is called Hogwarts Carriage and Thestrals. This is a great build. I think it's more than worth it. I think it was one of the cheaper ones for sure. 121 pieces, but so fun to build, and so many special pieces. And that's, for me at least, that's what I judge each set on is like, how many special pieces did I get? How many things were exclusive to this set that I couldn't have gotten in other sets? And that's really important to me too. So I want to make sure that I covered all the other things. Oh, so I also have some dots. I also have some Marvel, though not much. I don't really watch the Marvel movies, so I'm just not as excited about that. I also have some Super Mario that I'll probably build. And then I have Lego. Let me see. Is this Lego ideas? I also have like the special stuff, like special edition stuff, like the Winter Village and like that type of thing. Which I'm probably gonna take the Winter Village pieces. So probably this year they're gonna stay Winter Village-y. But I'm probably gonna take them eventually and turn them into like a Hogsmeade and like make sure that they live on in Hogsmeade and maybe do some mocks of that. So stay tuned for that. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me as I built this Thestral carriage. I think it was really cathartic for me, just as like kind of the end to my day, which was focused on my grandfather and his passing. And it was kind of like the perfect thing to end the day. So thank you for hanging out with me here. And again, I'm Solo Storm. This is FicBrick. And we definitely talked about some fiction, and we definitely talked about healing your inner child and healing all sorts of other stuff. So thank you so much for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.